me staring at you, better knuckle up. Cause the world is cold, but I'm on to look. I said the world is cold, but I'm on to look.
What is poppin', y'all? It's your boy D-Mark, aka D-Ron. So I'm back with another video. So I am about to do my WrestleMania Night 2 review of what happened last night. Overall show, there has been matches that there was some good parts of the show, especially with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew match, and Bianca and Asuka, Edge versus Finn Balor, and the main event of Roman and Cody. I'm definitely about to get into all of this, but before we get started, you're not already subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe and follow me on all social medias in the description. Let's get right into this WrestleMania Night 2. So, apparently this is the two matches that started off with the show was Brock Lesnar and Omos, which I've been saying this for weeks, especially in my predictions video, that I honestly don't really care about this match. I mean, here's what the thing happened. It's just the crowd got a little bit, the crowd was like a little bit standard for it. I will say, the only thing here's the thing, I seriously did not really care about this match. The only thing that mostly happened in the beginning of the match was Omos throwing Brock Lesnar around. I have never in my life seen Brock Lesnar getting thrown like this to anybody like Omos. So, and then Brock Lesnar hit a couple of German suplexes and then hit the F5 and 1, 2, 3. Brock takes the victory here. So yeah, I'm not really surprised about this, but I honestly didn't really care for it. About the match. I literally said this. I just didn't care about the match. So, Brock Lesnar took the victory here. So, next match is the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag match. It was Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez, and Natalya, Shotzi Blackheart. Well, they still call her Shotzi, but I'm going to call her Shotzi Blackheart anyway. So, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville did not care about this match either. I mean, it was a little bit built behind it, but overall, like, people still don't really care for it. And honestly, the people that was going to win this match anyways was Ronda and Shayna. And I think this probably might lead up to for them going towards the women's tag team titles, which, okay, so Ronda and Shayna took the win here. But none of these matches, I just didn't really care. Because I knew it was announced like before WrestleMania they were gonna be like added to the match. So I'm not really that surprised that they was was gonna win the match anyway, even though they haven't really like been through like the women's tag teams, like being in these tournaments and whatnot, and they just ended up being randomly in this match anyway. So I'm just not really surprised about that whatsoever. So Ronda and Shayna took the victory here. Once again, I don't really care about this match, so good for them. So let's talk about something what's really got me excited. What got me very good about this match. So the next match is Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. I will say about the whole 3 men in this match, they did excellent. They just went. These guys just just tore up this matchup. Like, chops after chops after chops, man. Especially with Gunther and Drew McIntyre. They were just going back and forth, hitting each other with knife edge chops and everything. Couple near falls. When the thing happened in the match that I think Gunther powerbomb Sheamus into Drew, and then I think no, Sheamus, I think Gunther powerbomb Sheamus to Drew, and then Gunther powerbomb Drew, and then 1, 2, 3. Gunther is remain as your Intercontinental Champion. That I will say the match was very good. I will say that. And I literally said this too. I'm liking what they've been doing with Gunther as Intercontinental Champion. I'm glad that he's gonna retain it. Hopefully, I can definitely see him as a main event player. It probably sometime this year he probably may end up facing Roman Reigns and whatnot. But it will be cool to see. But I don't think that's like the right time right now that they should be doing with him. I feel like they should wait for him because I don't really know how long they're gonna have him hold the Intercontinental title for, but I do like to see Gunther in the main event picture against Roman Reigns. I think that's probably what they're gonna do sometime this year, but who knows? But I'm glad that Gunther has regained the IC belt, so that's a good thing. So, fourth match is Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. This match was alright. I was expecting Asuka to win, but I didn't really have a problem with Bianca winning this whatsoever. I was expecting Asuka to win, but the match was just solid. It was solid, I will say. And Bianca ended up getting the victory over it. So, I don't know what they're going to do with Bianca now because she's held the championship for like over a year now. Probably, I heard something about the draft being tonight on Raw, but they haven't really announced it. But I don't even know what they're gonna do with Bianca. I'm pretty sure that some speculations are probably gonna be Charlotte probably may face Bianca for the Raw Women's Championship. Please don't. Please, I do not want to see Bianca or Charlotte. Well, I do not want Charlotte to be champion. I'm already getting tired of seeing her holding the belt. And like, she really do not need to have another title match. She really don't need it. I think the best thing they could do is, okay, to have Bianca have Charlotte face one another. And I think that's when Bianca retains, if they end up doing that one day. But overall, this match was good between Bianca and Asuka. I really do wish Asuka could have won this, but I don't know. I don't really know what they're gonna do with her. What they're gonna do with Asuka now, but I was okay with it just by everything went. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with Bianca winning this, so alright. So, sorry y'all, there's kids screaming outside, but anyways. Another thing, Miz is in the ring with Snoop Dogg, and we hear Shane McMahon's music and he came out. And here's the thing, I was not expecting for Shane McMahon to come to Los Angeles last night. I really did not expect that. When his music played, I was just like, what is he doing here? And then all of a sudden, he had a match against The Miz, which, that's like a problem I have that too. Like, why is every time, like, because I get that The Miz is the host of WrestleMania, but they could have did something different here. We did not really need this. I don't get why they really have Shane to fight The Miz for it. I mean, the match was only went on about like a minute and like 20 seconds. So there was really no reason for that. So I didn't really care about that. And also, Shane ended up getting injured when the match started in around like 10 seconds. Shane McMahon ended up getting injured. So he ended up injuring his knee, and I don't know. I don't really care about all this, but the thing is, Snoop Dogg ended up beating The Miz, and oh my God. Here's the thing, I love Snoop Dogg. He's literally the hottest hip hopper in hip hop. I mean, the most of the hip hop artists. But Snoop Dogg hits a people's elbow onto The Miz, and it was the worst people's elbow I ever seen out of Snoop Dogg. But I get it that Snoop Dogg is the host of WrestleMania, so he's just there to have a good time. I will say that he's the host of WrestleMania, so. He's just having fun out there with hosting WrestleMania, so I kind of understand that. But it was fun and all, but there was really no reason for doing that. Just have some random match for The Miz. Like I didn't really get that. But anyways, Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. Here's the thing about this. I will say about the interests from Edge and Finn Balor was great. Edge came out to his Brew character, and the interest was great, especially with Finn Balor. But this match, I will say. I was watching the match, but once again, I was watching the match on live, but I was watching on the website, and I was trying to keep up with the show, but I was having problems with. I try to even keep up with the show as much as I can, but there's really nothing much happened in this match other than the fact that Finn Balor jumped off the side of the cell and did the coup de grace off the table. And then Edge hit Finn Balor with the ladder, and that causing Finn Balor's head ended up bleeding. And then all of a sudden, we saw blood. The thing is about this, that this kind of did annoy me. That really kind of annoyed me because I feel like when the officials got in the ring to check on Finn Balor, they had to move the camera away because they don't want to show blood, which I think is... I'm going to talk about that in a second. They have to move the camera away so they can recover Finn Balor. But overall, nothing much really happened in this match other than the fact that Edge did the concerto on Finn Balor. Edge took the victory here. I do have an issue when Edge hit Finn Balor with the blood, and when Edge hit Finn Balor with the ladder, and that caused Finn Balor to end up bleeding because here's my problem with this. I understand like WWE is a PG product now, but can we at least get some blood in this match? Because it's a Hell in a Cell. Of course there needs to be some blood in this. And the fact that they just moved the camera away, it was just like, to me, I feel like that's just kind of nitpicky and so petty. Because WWE don't want to show blood because they do not want to upset their sponsors. Like, oh my God. They don't want to show blood because like, oh my God, if we show blood, then that means our sponsor's going to be upset. Man, fuck the sponsors. I want blood. I want blood in that match. The fact that they showed away, this is just kind of nitpicky to me. That they showed the blood of where Finn Balor was bleeding from. I don't know what part that Finn Balor was bleeding from, but he was bleeding, and they had to cut it away. To me, I just feel like that's just nitpicky. That is just very nitpicky to me that they can't show blood nowadays. But it is what it is. So Edge took the victory here. And the Judgment Day, I don't know exactly what they're going to do with Judgment Day. Even though Rhea won the SmackDown Women's Championship last night. Well, not last night, but on Saturday. I don't exactly know what they're going to do with them, but hopefully they're probably may still be the group, or probably they might split up, of course, because they have to go on their own separate ways, so I will say that. So, the main event of the evening, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns facing the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I will tell you that this is like, these men, Roman and Cody, put on a show last night. I will say that. They have made the match even. Like the beginning of the match, it was like absolutely good. I will say that. These men put everything that they have in that main event spot last night. And I will say the match was good. But there were some interference by Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the Usos, especially Solo Sikoa, who was in ringside. And there were times that Solo ended up getting involved in the match. And then after that, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got involved in the match and attacked Roman. I think the referee was knocked down when Sami and Kevin got involved. And then the Usos started brawling against Sami and Kevin through outside the crowd and through outside of the ring. And then all of a sudden, Solo came back in the match and interfered in the match, and the ref wasn't looking. And then Solo hit the Samoan spike on Cody. And then Roman hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship. The moment that Roman pinned Cody, the crowd was pissed. Like, they were so, like, people were pissed last night that Cody got pinned by Roman, and people were not happy about that. But overall, the show was great. Overall, the show was great. I will say that. Especially the main event with Roman and Cody started off great. And people were shocked about that ending. But it's like, now, what is Cody going to do next? Like, I was going to say this too. I get why Cody ended up losing to Roman. Because I watched the press conference of Triple H speaking on his thoughts on Cody, and I was thinking of the same thoughts as Triple H had. Like, Roman and Cody have the exact same dynamic. Because if y'all remember when everybody did not want Roman to be the next guy because of WWE shoving down Roman's throat. The same thing they did with John Cena. I mean, we wanted something different with John, and they keep like shoving John down our throats all those years. And now we're finally getting Roman Reigns the heel of the best work he's been getting throughout his career. And Cody, and I get why, another thing why Cody ended up losing, because they wanted Roman to have that 1,000-day reign of the Undisputed Universal Champion. So I guess the reason why Cody ended up losing last night to Roman. And that's the thing too about Cody. Even though Cody has been gone for like a whole year of last year because of the torn pec that he suffered when he had his Hell in a Cell match against Seth Rollins. Even though he was out for that, and then later in the beginning of this year, Cody ended up returning to the Royal Rumble. He won the Royal Rumble, and he was going to face Roman Reigns. That's pretty much what happened here. But there are some things that Cody was just not ready. Later down the line, around like at SummerSlam, when Roman and Cody does continue the story, they are going to continue the story with Roman and Cody at SummerSlam. I think that's going to happen because Cody was just not ready. I mean, Cody has to be like, even though when he came back, his promos has been slight good and slight not so great. But he's been going out there and putting on some great promo segments. I will say that about Cody. And there was a thing that Cody has literally done everything. Not everything, I don't know what I'm talking about, but Cody, I wish they would talk about the time when Cody left WWE back in 2016 when he requested his release, and I wish they would put like the story of him going onto the independent scene and being a big star of himself, making a name for himself, and then several years later he will come back and just make a name for himself and make another name out of himself, that Cody absolutely is one of the best talents. And I feel like someday that he will be the face of WWE. And I think Roman said this during like a press conference too, that Roman has done everything. He's main evented WrestleManias, WrestleManias, winning championships. He also said that other superstars like Seth Rollins or AJ Styles, if he does end up coming back from an injury, because he is out with an injury right now, but all these other people like LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and all these people, Roman was right about that. People do really need to step up of who's really going to face Roman, who's going to take down Roman. I do, but I'm going to be on Roman's side with that because Roman has literally destroyed everybody since he won that Universal Championship. He's literally has dominated the entire roster. But it's like now, okay, we got Seth Rollins who's going to face Roman again. They can probably go back to that because y'all remember Roman got disqualified by DQ, so they could probably go back to that story. And also, I heard something about Solo Sikoa, even though he only been here for like a half year now as being part of the bloodline of Roman in the Usos. There were plans that I have read that they're going to do something with Solo Sikoa and Roman after WrestleMania, and they can probably do something at Backlash or towards during the summer of Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank is going to be overseas this year, so I can probably see Solo, LA Knight being part of the Money in the Bank ladder match, and I think that's LA Knight. Because people have been loving LA Knight for these past couple months. My only issue with that is that he's been losing. And they can probably build him up just to have a story with Roman, which I think that will be the best thing for him. And get back on a winning streak here because he's been taking a lot of L's lately. I mean, he's been getting some wins, but he needs to have some clean finish matches, well, I would say. So, apparently Roman and Cody are going to continue the story. And I think that's where Cody is going to dethrone Roman, is what I'm going to say there. If they're going to continue the story with Cody towards SummerSlam in August, then that is the one. Cody is the one that should beat Roman Reigns this time. Because Cody at WrestleMania, even though he had a very great match with him last night, it was just not his time yet. Even though he's been gone for a whole year, it was still not his time. I think the best way that Cody can beat Roman is just at SummerSlam. That's the only way that they can end this. So, yeah. So, anyways, that is my review of WrestleMania 30 Night 2. I will say there are some great matches in this that I did enjoy, especially Roman Reigns and Cody. Gunther versus Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, especially. I will probably say Edge versus Finn Balor, even though I didn't really like what they did in that match, but I mean, it is what it is. The two beginners of this match with Brock Lesnar, Omos, and the Women's Fatal 4-Way Tag match, I didn't really too much care about them. But overall show, I think the way I will say this, WrestleMania Night 2 was WrestleMania Night 1, I would say. I mean, it's more better than Night 2, only because the main event started. The last match of Night 1 was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn being the Usos to end the story there with the Usos, with Sami and Jay. So that's like the only reason why I would say that Night 1 was better than Night 2 because of that. So that is my review on WrestleMania, both Night 1 and 2. But anyways, that is it for this video. Y'all let me know what was your favorite match that y'all enjoyed from night 1 and 2. Y'all let me know down in the comments down below. And follow me all social medias down below. I'll be back with another video. Peace.
This is my moment to shine. This is my time of flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time is undervalued and no one ever could.